What's up, everyone? This week, Mr. Kenny is doing the app review, and we are reviewing the Opt Up app. That's hard to say if you say it 10 times really fast. You get tongue-tied really easy with that. So it's all about healthy eating and your food choices. So when you go shopping, you have a choice of healthy versus unhealthy, maybe mid-grade foods. And when you pick something off the shelf, you don't always know where it's at. You can look at the nutrition facts, but that doesn't always tell you the full story. So the Opt Up app actually does the work for you. You don't have to look at the nutritional value or the stats, so to speak, to tell you whether it's unhealthy or healthy food. So I'm going to get in here, and I will tell you that there is an option to link it to your Kroger card. But let me pull it up here. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about it. Now, I have not linked this up to my Kroger Plus card just yet. I need to link it up because if I link it up to my Kroger Plus card, every time I go shopping, it will grade my food choices. So the target is 600, and the better the food choice is, as you can see, I'm going to go back here. I don't have any recent purchases to review. But if I go to Discover, I can look up all kinds of foods, and it gives a nutrition rating. So the highest nutrition rating is a 100. And you are shooting for 100 or 90 or 95. So you're shooting for the higher nutrition rating. Now, if it's in the green, that means it's a pretty good and healthy choice. Now, look down here where it says gluten-free. You've got a 64 and a 41. Those are in the yellow. That means that they're not as healthy as something that would be in the green. So when I scroll to the right, I've got a few in the green. We've got Simple Truth flame grilled chicken fajitas. Throw those babies in the microwave and heat them up, and you're good to go. But then we have a Healthy Choice chicken marinara power bowl. So I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to look, and it talks about the nutrition facts. And when I look at the nutrition facts here, it's showing a 58 up the top right. But when I look at the bottom, it gives me a better, more healthy choice. It's in the green. It's a score of 78. And why is that, do you think? Well, if you look down here at some of the nutrition values and nutrition facts, you'll see that it has a lot of sodium. It has 10 grams in total fat and 3 grams in saturated fat. So let's compare this one to the better choice, which is in the green. So I'm going to go down here and compare. So if I compare all of these and I click on that, it shows me what's going to be the healthier choice. So if I go to Kroger and I select one of these, I can scan it, and I'll show you how to scan here in a few minutes. But I can actually scan whatever food that I'm looking at, and it will tell me what the grade of that specific food is. If you're in the green, you're good to go. If you're in the yellow, you might look and see if there is a healthier choice that you can search from. Okay, so let me cancel that. Before I do that, I'm actually going to click on this. I want to look and see what this item actually is that is the healthier choice. So it looks to me like it has a lot less sodium. So that's why they are saying it's a healthier choice. The other one had 600 milligrams. This one only has 350. So almost half the sodium. And that's why they're saying that this is a 78 versus the other one that was in the yellow. Okay. Going back, I've got a few foods that I'm actually going to scan. And I want to see what the nutritional value is of these foods. So I'm going to go to my scan button, which is down here at the bottom of the green. And I'm going to scan mandarin oranges. So you see the oranges here. I'm going to flip them over, and I'm just going to scan the barcode. Mandarin oranges are a 92. They are a very high score. All right. So they're going to be a great choice for food. And that is one of your fruits from the fruit group. Okay. Moving on. Let's go back to Bush's Grill and Beans, bourbon and brown sugar. So when I click on the barcode, I'm at a 70. All right, and probably going to be because of the sodium and the carbohydrates. There's tons of carbohydrates and sugar in beans, specifically baked beans. Any baked beans are going to have lots of sugar and lots of carbohydrates. All right, so that's not going to be a real good choice when it comes to baked beans. Now, let me go over to Campbell's cream of chicken. So it says it's a healthy request. So let's see if that actually holds true when I scan the barcode. 56. So the can lied. They lied to us. It's not one of the healthier choices. It's actually one of the lower scores that we've seen. It is a 56. Why do you think it's a lower score? I have a guess. Probably because if I scroll down, that sodium is crazy. 410 milligrams for a cup of soup. All right, 410 milligrams, which is a lot for that small. It's a very, very small. As you can see, it is a very, very small can of soup. All right, that wouldn't fill me up. I'd have to eat probably 3 or 4 cans just to get full. And then moving on to some real good stuff here. The Funfetti vanilla frosting. And when I look at that, oh, it looks delicious. That's good stuff. Good on sugar cookies, especially. So I want to scan. This is going to be terrible. We're in the red. The red is the worst. We want to stay away from the red. So red is in the 13. It's almost 0. And you're seeing at the bottom they're giving us a better for you. It's actually whipped fluffy white frosting. So when I look down here, and it has 23 carbohydrates, 20 grams of sugar. Has lots of fat too, 6 grams of fat, which is total fat, but it also has 3 grams of saturated fat. So that is not a good choice. That's one of those foods where you want to use sparingly, which is not very often. Sparingly means every so often or on occasion. All right, so I'm going to go back, and I'm going to go to my dashboard here. And I'm going to look at Discover once again. And I'm looking at Healthy Shopper at the top. So if you're in the category of Healthy Shopper, all of these foods are going to be in the green. And you can search for whatever food that you think you might be looking for. If you're at the grocery store, you can put in a search and you can type it in for whatever you think you may be looking for, and it will show you the score. Okay, so I'll scroll down. The gluten-free stuff, just because it's gluten-free does not mean it is always healthy. Some people think if it's gluten-free, it's going to be healthy for you. That is not always the case. As you can see, these first 2 items are in the yellow. All right, moving down, keto-friendly. Keto, if you've ever heard of it, it's a type of a diet, which is high protein and low carbs. So the keto diet is here if you were on that diet, and it would give you several foods that would fit within the realm of what you're looking for that food group and those different keto related foods. Right, so moving down, you got vegan. Okay, all kinds of options here for you to choose from and look at within this Opt Up app. Now, you can also go down to favorites. Now, obviously, I don't have any favorites because I have not linked this to my Kroger Plus account. But once I do that, it will pull up all kinds of foods, hundreds of foods that will show what that entails. All right, so dashboard. Target score is 600, and it will measure your food consumption and food choices over the last 8 weeks, okay? And your score trend, it tells you from 1 week to the next, whether you're going up or down. So it's got a little graph there, and it's very clear from 1 week to the next, showing what your purchases have been. And then at the bottom, you can look at a summary of your highest, medium, and lowest items. So if you have a lot of items that you buy that are lower rated, it will show you in the red what percentage of those items are. So you could click on that, and you could look and see which items that are in the red that you keep buying that you could get rid of, that you could cut out of your diet. Okay? All right, so you want to aim for 50% or more of the green items. you want to aim for around 40% of the yellow items and less than 10% of the red items. The red items, again, you're going to look for sparingly. Okay, sparingly, as I mentioned, on occasion. All right, so you have all of that there. And this is the OptUp app. Lots of great features here. I'm looking forward to linking it up to my Kroger Plus card so that it'll give me an idea of where my purchases have been and where I can do better. So I highly encourage you all to take a look at it and download it on your phones. And you can walk through the store and scan all kinds of different foods and see just what their score level is based on the nutrition value. All right. Good luck to you all, and hope you have a great week. Bye-bye.